Bray Wyatt, Bill Goldberg, WWE Super Showdown, ladies and gentlemen. I'm watching WWE Super Showdown, and man, it was quite the underwhelming show. And we have Bray Wyatt, Bill Goldberg, and they did it. They actually did it. And I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed, man. Look, man, as we got progressively closer toward Bray Wyatt and Bill Goldberg, the match today, I started to just feel it. I could feel it. I tweeted out, look, I'm kind of nervous about this result because I could feel it coming in. The match itself, man, it was horrible. Look, Bill Goldberg obviously has limitations, and you cannot blame Bill Goldberg in any aspect here. He did not ask for this match. He did not demand a Universal Championship reign. You gotta blame the decision makers. And we go through this match. The trading finishers. Bill Goldberg hits the jackhammer, and the first thing I say is, well, this match is over. Bill Goldberg gets the 3 count, and Bray Wyatt is over. Like, there are so many things wrong with this, and WWE has screwed themselves in so many ways. And I'm about to go down the ways. Like, first and foremost, man, Seth Rollins almost killed Bray Wyatt, and he still didn't get the victory. They had to go with an unclean finish that match. So you mean to tell me Bray Wyatt, who is getting up from everything known to mankind, gets beat by a few spears and one jackhammer? Like, that, all that build up in those matches, and Bray Wyatt loses like that? Like, oh my goodness, what were you thinking from that aspect? From this aspect, look, man, Bray Wyatt is done again. I made one of the podcasts that I did. I said, I very well stated, I always get hyped up for Bray Wyatt. I'm like the sucker. I always get hyped up for Bray Wyatt. They get him way over, and they have him lose a huge match. And here we are again, man. This was I don't even know if I can say a huge match. They had him lose a match to a part-time 50-however-year-old Goldberg. And I'm just sitting there like, what are you doing, man? You spent all that time building up Bray Wyatt. You had him in all of these commercials. Remember when we had the draft or whatnot? He was in commercials of NFL games. No, I was watching an NFL game. The commercial comes on for WWE, and Bray Wyatt is the lead person in the commercial. And I'm like, man, they are really building this dude up. And all of that to get down to the big moment and to lose to Goldberg before WrestleMania even gets here, man. And soon as Goldberg wins, as horrible as this is, man, Bray Wyatt loses momentum again. He's done. I'm going to get to that more later on, but your mind immediately jumps to, okay, WrestleMania. Your mind immediately jumps to, why would they do that? Like, I know they are not that high up on Goldberg. Like, why would you put all of that time into Bray Wyatt, seemingly the top guy in the company? Why would you do that? And the first and only answer I can think of is Roman Reigns. Look, I am not an typical anti-Roman Reigns guy. I like the guy, but here it is, man. You could just feel that Roman Reigns is going to be in the main event. I kind of felt that it would be Roman Reigns versus The Fiend for months now. And it's not even going to be Roman Reigns versus The Fiend. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. And this is my only thought. Like, as a wrestling fan, all we can do is see how it plays out. But I'm here right now. It's Thursday. It's whatever time. And I can only go off my feelings off of what I think. And the only thing I can think of is that they did not want to have Roman Reigns get booed again. Because the Fiend is this over character. His audience is the casual fan and the smart crowd, which is going to be heavily smart out at WrestleMania. So they didn't want to have Roman Reigns get booed, but here is the key mistake that they made. Now you have Roman Reigns, who I don't have a problem with. Now you have Bill Goldberg, and we're gonna have a smart audience. The fans are gonna crap on both guys. We're gonna have yet another Bill Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 20 situation. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. I can't remember what WrestleMania that was, but it was the rematch between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. The crowd is gonna crap on both of these guys. And WWE is just going to be sitting there and they're going to be saying, well, what did we do wrong? Like, I just don't understand. Like, how could you do this? Like, I have always religiously stated, I don't have a problem with Roman Reigns. It's just that the decision makers that I have a problem with. Why do they continuously put this guy into bad situations? Why don't you build up a heel, a hated heel, not a cool heel? Build up some hated heel. And then if you want to have Roman Reigns in that position in WrestleMania, then have him there. Then the fans won't crap all over him. But now you have a over guy in Bray Wyatt, and you had a part-time Bill Goldberg, and you were stuck between a rock and a hard place because Roman Reigns is going to be in the main event. So you chose the part-timer, and guess what? You're still going to pay for it because the fans are going to hate Bill Goldberg. The smarts are going to hate Bill Goldberg. The smarts are going to hate Roman Reigns, and it is just going to be an ugly affair. They're going to try to have a crowning moment with Roman Reigns again, and the fans are going to crap on it, and rightfully so. I do not blame them. You have upset a large portion of your fan base, the smarts, the casuals, whomever, by just throwing away Bray Wyatt like this, man. You built all of that time into this guy. You got the fans on his side, and you screwed him over again. And here it is. And look, man, I don't mean to immediately go to Roman Reigns. Who knows what the plan is? But immediately I thought, okay, well, what's going to go down to WrestleMania? Why would they even do this? And this is the first thing that came to mind. Look, man, I'll sit back and watch. If it's Roman Reigns and Goldberg, I'll give it a chance, but I know how it's going to go down. I called it the year when Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns had the rematch. I knew what was going to happen because I think they were screwing over Braun Strowman at the time, and I knew that the people wouldn't like that. Here it is, they're screwing over Bray Wyatt at the time. People are not going to like it, and the fans are going to crap on the match. So moving on, like you say, what does Bray Wyatt do from here? And the thing is, absolutely nothing. Like, this is why Bray Wyatt goes 4 or 5 months off to establish some momentum again. That's the only way the guy can establish momentum is if he takes time off. And now you're gonna have this guy come out for WrestleMania. Now, nothing makes sense from here on in. They're not gonna do Goldberg and Bray Wyatt again, because what's the point? You're not gonna do that at Elimination Chamber next Sunday or whenever it is. It is next Sunday. You're not gonna do it there. You're not gonna do it at WrestleMania. So anything Bray Wyatt does from here on in makes absolutely no sense. Is it gonna be Bray Wyatt and John Cena? Why would Bray Wyatt not go after the Universal Championship after he's lost it? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Bray Wyatt is gonna look like a fool no matter what he does from here on in, and that's what happens when you build up a guy and have him lose a match. That makes no sense. It just absolutely makes no sense as to why you would have him lose. Now, past that, if you have him go after John Cena, it's not going to be interesting. I love John Cena, but like, what are we doing here? Bray Wyatt is absolutely done. That's what it comes down to. He's done. There's nowhere else to go. It's going to take a miracle to build this guy back up after losing to, I think, 53-year-old Bill Goldberg, man. And look, man, I love me some Goldberg. I'm an old school WCW fan, but enough is enough, man. Brock Lesnar is the champ on Raw. Goldberg is the champ on SmackDown, and you keep trying to find a way, and I hate to go back to Roman Reigns, but you keep trying to find a way for the fans to accept him, and you had your chance going back to Roman Reigns when it was Roman Reigns when he came back off the leukemia announcement. He had a ton of momentum, man, and they blew that. We spent months with Baron Corbin, and now the crowd is bored with Roman Reigns again, man. So you're gonna stick him from that Baron Corbin feud right into the world title feud, and it's not going to work out, man. I wish the best Roman Reigns. I feel bad for Bray Wyatt, but it is what it is, man. He's lost. He's not gonna get that momentum back. Maybe one day he will be good again, who knows, but he is not going to get to that upper echelon level that he was as the Fiend. That is my take on it. I'm going to give it a fair chance to see how it plays out. I'm going to see what happens with Roman Reigns. Maybe they do something different here. I don't know. Maybe they surprise me. Who knows? I'm going to give it a chance to see how it plays out. Excuse me, but man, they have screwed Bray Wyatt over. Like, I cannot imagine being that guy, building up that character for 5-6 months or whatever, and being told, okay, you're gonna lose to Goldberg. You're not gonna even be in the world title match at WrestleMania. Look, obviously Twitter is upset, and sometimes I get on wrestling Twitter like we complain too much, but everybody has a right to be pissed here, because man, it is just not right. And you don't have to be a fan of Bray Wyatt to know that, you know what, this is dumb and it does not make sense. That is just my take on it. We'll see how it plays going forward.